Honey, how y'all doing? What's going on? I'm your girl, Gigi Medici. And I got to put some straightening on these people backs. You know why? Because they mama failed to do it. They daddy failed to do it. So you know what? Let me address my crown. I'm going to have to be the mama and the daddy. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. So make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe here at the Messy Sweet Spot where things get messy and sweet. All right. So first, let me tell y'all who I got on my menu today. We got to talk about that Lotto getting pregnant to a married man. Okay. We got to also talk about Brandy. Honey, I have not forgot about you. The boy is mine. Yeah, you getting all the boys, girl. I'm not mad at you, honey. But, honey, you know you lying. Okay. And also, we got to talk about Usher and Justin Bieber fighting over Diddy. Okay, honey, we got a show for y'all. Now, I need y'all to subscribe and make sure y'all follow me on all platforms, Gigi Medici. All right, so let's get it on. Lotto, girl, what is wrong with you? See, you've been toting around with this married man for far too long. I blame Clarissa Shields. See, she think y'all, this is okay to be around, sleeping around with married men. Oh my God, how could y'all? So this is just normalized now. Cardi B is doing it. She's married and she's creeping around. Offset, he's married. Well, he's always been creeping around. But you know, it's no more respect for the marriage in the black community. I blame y'all. I blame social media because y'all uplift it. Y'all don't hold people accountable. And y'all just think it's cute. And she dresses it up as an album. Girl, y'all are not married. And guess what? Her 21 Savage, that is her baby daddy. She's a baby mother. Okay. His wife is liking that. So I feel like 21 Savage probably beating on his wife or, you know, paying his wife to do this. Or maybe he took the phone from her and liking shit. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't no woman in a right frame of mind gonna be married to a man and just okay with him being adultery. You know, having adultery and doing all this. And Lotto, she just fornicating. Ooh, knowing where she going after. You know, fornicators can't go to heaven, honey. Ooh, just fornicating, honey. But all jokes aside, on the flip side, you know, they gonna do what they want to do. They F around. Honestly, I don't think this is a good investment for her. Anybody that's dealing with a rapper, you must know it's not gonna work. It is going to fail. It's a fantasy, girl. Enjoy it, but get off. But don't procreate with this man. It's not gonna work. And what type of man is procreating with you and he's already married? Why can't he just get out of his situation? Because he ain't living right. And ain't he an immigrant? You know, he's not even legal over here. You know what I'm saying? So I don't have any blessings for her. I'm not going to uplift this. I don't condone it. It's not going to last. And it's going to turn out to be ugly. And she should have picked better and chose her situation better. But, you know, do what you want to do, honey. All right, so I guess it's okay to date married men. I mean, Clarissa Shields doing it. Y'all love her. She's with a married man. So, yeah. So if I come out with some married men, don't say nothing. But you know the thing about me, honey, I keep my business. You will never know who I'm sleeping with. You will never know who I'm creeping with because I keep my business the way it should be. All right? Yeah, ain't nobody critiquing my shit because you don't know shit. And that's how you should have it. But when you put your shit out here on the internet, ooh. All right, so yeah. So, and it's another guy. His name is Bell. He came out and he crucified. He was like, so this is what young black girls are looking up to, you know, women that fornicate and have kids out of wedlock. Isn't that saying in the Christian religion that's a bastard? I mean, isn't that facts? So you guys are just creating bastards. All right. Is it okay we address them as such? I mean, it is a fact, right? All right. So, yeah, honey, just creating bastards. Ain't that sad? And you know, they said in the Bible, when you have a bastard, it is cursed several generations. That's why the generation is so cursed, because all these motherfucking bastards creating bastards. You know, help them, Jesus. They need you, Lord. I wish they'd just call on their needs and just close their legs, and life would be so much peaceful. But Trust me, this is not going to end well. All right, so let's move on. And the guy that came out to to get on Lotto, he has, they said, 7 kids by 6 baby mamas. So they was like, how could you even talk? And he said, I can still talk because what I said was facts. But all he said is, why are young girls looking up to her? Because they mother and they father failed them, just like you are failing a lot of kids. Any man that is creating broken homes, you are a danger to society and you're not helping the problem at all. You're adding to the problem. You're not a father that's going to be in the household raising these kids. You can't be, because you have several different women in several different households. So you are a failure as well. The whole community is just trash. Okay, I said it. All right. And y'all love to be in trash. Y'all ain't doing shit to stop it. Y'all love it. Y'all uplift it. Y'all love the music. Y'all love going to Freak Nick. And what is fun of y'all? Shaking your butt, shaking your wigs all day with the fluffless lasses, looking deranged and crazy and all cluttered up together. That is your idea of fun? I think not. That is not fun, but that's their idea of fun. Getting drugged up and freaking everybody in sight. All right. So let's move on to our next one. How you doing? Okay. So Usher and Justin Bieber. Oh God. Ooh. It started at Beyonce party, y'all. Come up in here. Yeah, there was that Beyonce party. Beyonce and Jay-Z, y'all know they threw a big ass party, right? They didn't even invite me, but that's okay. They can invite Jason Lee, but they can't invite me. And see, Beyonce, she stole the fan from me. And that's what made me stop doing it for a while. I said, fuck it. She want to steal the fan, go ahead. I'm not doing what she does, all right? So anyway, and did y'all hear about her mama? They said they was putting that voodoo in that motherfucking gumbo, honey, and they shut that shit down. That's what I heard. But I don't know, honey. They said it's back up now, so be aware. I don't know. Then did you hear about Beyonce nephew? He's coming out too, out the closet. How you doing? Now, why did he go to gay ass Atlanta out of all places? Any man that's going to gay ass Atlanta, you gay. Okay. He said he ain't gay, but why in the fuck you going to the LGBT event? And then when you get there, you want to bring 20 bitches up in there and kiss on them and say you're not gay. What the games you playing? But I tell you what, it does seem like a strategy, because I heard that Jay-Z and Beyonce, y'all know they're coming out with an album, a joint album, and a tour too. That's what I heard out here in these streets. Don't tell nobody I told y'all. They trying to change the momentum, because everybody been dogging them out on social media and all this conspiracy theories about, them being freaky and nasty and demonic and shit like that. So they trying to change the public opinion. And that's why I think they got Jews ass coming out here and Mama Gumbo and all that shit coming out here. Possibly, I don't know, honey. So they had a big old party. Everybody was there, okay, because they wanted to get along. They're telling people like, listen, we are celebrities. They're coming after us. The world is changing. And the world is changing. Did you guys see the airport? I mean, this is not a time to be flying, y'all, okay? And we in war. I think they're going to strike some of them airports, and that's why the government ain't funding that shit, because they know something about to happen to these goddamn airports. And Iran said the world is not safe and America ain't safe, but people are saying, oh, that's just a tactical. That's a tactical. We'll see. So anyway, getting back to here, honey. So they had all the celebrities there. Justin was there. Usher was there. Usher, he has had it up to Justin. You know why? He's been reaching out to Justin and trying to get in contact with him because he want to have a good front. These celebrities, they are caring about their reputation now. I think they're possibly going to be the PR, bring them back, okay? But he was so upset, like, Justin, why in the F do you keep on ignoring me? I've been calling, reaching out, email, having assistance, and he just giving Usher dust, all right? And he feels like Justin been shading him in the background. It's like, nigga, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't even be here, YT boy. You know what I'm saying? That's how Usher feel. Like, shit, we all have shit to happen to us. Get over it, man up, ask God for forgiveness and and to heal your hole, and you good. You know what I'm saying? So he walks up to Justin, honey. They said, oh, he was storming. He was big man. And he said, nigga, Why in the F you been doing this, and why you shade, and why you X, Y, and Z and all this stuff like that. They had to pull Usher back, okay? Because Usher was about to bow his ass out because Justin been running that goddamn mouth and telling shit, okay? And I don't know if it's true or not, but he been telling shit about Usher. And Usher wanted to confront him. He was so mad. Like, why the fuck would you be doing that, man? You know what I'm saying? So, honey, next thing you know, Justin, he know he's a YT. Can't no YT boy beat a BLK, okay? God didn't make you strong enough, honey, okay? Okay, we all know that. So Justin, honey, he just was, just small himself. He went back to his room doing drugs because he on them rugs real bad. And he relapsed like this because he's so damn sensitive. Yeah, honey. So they had to pull Usher off of Justin because he was whamming at him. You know what I'm saying? They say he didn't hit no licks, but it was that close. So people are saying, well, what is this all about? They said it's over Diddy. You said what? Yes, Diddy. So if you remember, honey, don't tell nobody I told y'all this shit either, okay? But everything I'm about to say is allegedly, okay? Get these likes up. Don't play with me and share this video. People need to know about this shit and what's going on in this industry, okay? So what had happened was, whoo, honey, I got to take a deep breath for this. I got to take a deep breath. What had happened was, my goodness, Usher, when he was young, all right, his mama failed him. His daddy failed him. Matter of fact, where the fuck is his Usher daddy? I ain't never seen the daddy. What are these daddies at? See, these daddies are failing these kids. All right? Daddies ain't shit. Mamas ain't shit. Ain't nobody shit in this black fucking community. And I said, and I'm black. Okay? I'm going to be real with you, bitch. All right, so anyway, going back to what had happened. She failed him. She wanted him to be a star so bad. She wanted him to be fucking Michael Jackson. You're not motherfucking Michael Jackson. And Michael Jackson went through a lot of abuse too, okay? But see, they don't care about that. They think they got to go through the abuse in order to get the stardom and the likes and the glitz. So she's like, I'm going to drop my son off with Diddy, not knowing who this man is, but hey, I'm just going to drop him off and have Diddy have his way. Did you know Diddy had a camp and he was starving Usher? Usher was hungry, okay, but he was like, no, you gonna have to do it. Come on, you gotta muscle it out. How bad you want it? How bad you want it? Come on, get this. Come on, take it. Let's do this. Let's do that. So he was like, man, look, I don't know what you got going on, Diddy, but are we going to work or what? Because Diddy had him doing a whole bunch of work, but it was not going to him singing or his career. I don't know what he was just trying to wear him out. And the brother was hungry, right? So Diddy, like, I just got to test you to make sure you really want it, to make sure you serious, because there's so many other boys out here that want it just as bad as you, and I got to make sure you're going to be the right one. Playing all that head game and shit. So Usher can do more sacrifice. So Usher was hungry this night. You know what I'm saying? He was starving, and it was only a small box in the Frosted Flakes. So Diddy said, no, you're not having my fucking Frosted Flakes. That's mine. But Usher's like, I'm hungry. Diddy said, I tell you what, let's get some Diddy oil. Let's oil each other up. Let's get in the bed. We gonna play footsies, and after we footsie, we gonna wrestle. And if you can wrestle my grown ass down on the ground, I'll let you have them cereals. But let's get some Diddy oil first, and let's have it out in this bed, okay? That sound fun? Let's bet. So Usher was hungry. He was willing to do anything at this point, okay? So, because, back in then, they ain't had no Uber Eats, no takeout, shit closed early and stuff like that. And Diddy had this boy running and doing all this stuff, and he ain't even eat. He been hungry. That's how they do. They starve you. So they wrestling, honey. And one thing led to another, and that oil then slipped up in that thing, and Usher got plugged up. They had to rush his ass to the hospital, honey. Yeah, they said it was red spots all up in there. Looked like somebody just popped their goddamn cherry. So he got to the hospital, right? Diddy had to call the mom. She rushing down there. What the fuck is going on with my son? What's up? What happened? Diddy said it was just an accident. You know what I'm saying? So they was like, what's going on? So the doctor took the mama side and said, listen, he got, bad hemorrhoids. And they was like, oh, okay. They thought everything was fine. But nah, honey, they said Diddy done went up in that plug. You hear what I'm saying? And tore a whole bunch of shit. When that mama found out the real truth about it, she said, oh, no, Diddy. Oh, no, Diddy. You gonna pay for this. I'm gonna expose you. I'm gonna tell everybody. You better make my son famous. You promised us fame, nigga. You better make it famous, or I'm gonna let everybody fucking know. So Diddy said, please, please, I do whatever. So, he made Usher famous. That's what they said. Like I said, everything I said is alleged, honey. And then Justin, he's coming up, and Diddy, he fetishized about, any young people in the industry. He got something with the industry and young people in the industry, whatever. They like to keep it in Hollywood. So I guess celebrity bussy, you know what I mean? So he saw Justin, he was like, damn, I need to have some of that. So he knew, and everybody knew that Justin loved Usher. He looked up to Usher and everything. So Diddy was like, Usher, you need to get that for me, because that's what they did. Because remember, Cassie said that she would go up to these clubs and stuff, and she would get the men luring back to Diddy. So Diddy will always get somebody to do his dirty work to bring the hoes or the victims back to him or whatever, right? So Usher said, I'm gonna work my magic. So Usher met him, and then he was like, oh my God, I love you, Usher. Can I sing for you? Usher like, no, I ain't having that. He playing hard to get with his ass to make him want him more. So, Justin like, okay, the second time they cool and everything, and Usher's like, you need to sign with me, you need to be with me. And Justin was already gonna get a deal, but because of fame and stuff like that, and Justin Bieber father failed him and mother failed him. All these parents are failing these kids. They all failures, okay? Parents ain't shit. So anyway, Justin, he felt like he knew Usher because he had a long history with Usher, like being a fan and stuff like that. He said Usher was his inspiration, so he ended up signing with Usher. So Usher was like, all right, well, look, I went through this Diddy camp. You got to go through it too. It's a sacrifice. He didn't say a sacrifice, but it was. He was like, I'm going to hand you up to my boy Diddy. He bad boy. He know everything. He going to get you real hardcore, get that flavor in your ear, all that shit. So he trusted him, and Diddy did the unthinkable to him. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, Justin still haven't forgiven him. And I think he didn't think about it, but then when people started bringing it up and talking about it, he started thinking about it more, and then he started getting back on drugs and shit like that. Girl, it's a mess, honey. So I think that's what all the fights and stuff came out. I cannot confirm nothing I said, and I don't got no proof, but I'm just telling you this is what I think, okay? So, honey, let's get into Brandy. How y'all doing? Are y'all enjoying my show? Press 7 if y'all enjoying Gigi Medici. Let's not play with it. Get them goddamn likes up, because I need it. It helps the algorithm. And also, make sure you subscribe. Have y'all subscribed and hit that notification bell? I'm going to be uploading 3 times a day, okay? So I need y'all to be here and be my headers and this. I got it. And also, I got a Facebook. Follow me on Facebook, Gigi Medici, girl. What you waiting on? So, Brandy, can we talk about it? Whew, it's so much to talk about, honey, considering that wicked ass brother hers, Ray J. And matter of fact, people still want to know, Brandy, what did Whitney Houston say? What's that note? But she said she going to bring it all out in her memoir. Brandy said she got a memoir coming out, I believe it's March 31st, where she going to expose everything and all those phases. So how it started with Brandy recently in the news, it is what it is. It's a podcast with Cameron and Mace. So they had Sean up there. So they was like, Cameron was like, Sean, did you date Brandy? I heard rumor that you was dating Brandy too at the same time, Mace. So the boys laughed at it. They was laughing at the shit. Sean said, yeah, but I gotta be honest, I ain't the one that hit it first, and he was saying that how he was in love with Brandy and she was such a special friend, and how Cole was such a friend, and he didn't know that Brandy was also sleeping with Mace, So they was just laughing at that, how Brandy is a player, quote unquote hoe, Anybody's a player is a fucking hoe. You know what I mean? And you know Brandy reputation is shy, quiet. She ain't want her shit out there, and I don't blame her. Shout out to the down low hoes, cause that's how I do my shit. You know, I'm a real down low hoe. You know, and I shouldn't even be saying I'm a down low hoe, cause real down low hoes don't even say they a motherfucking hoe. You would never know a down low hoe. Keep that shit pee. But these men, they gossip like bitches. You know what I'm saying? And they up here gossiping about this woman body count. So Ray J didn't like it. Ray J came out talking about some, he gonna sodomy all of them. Yeah, he said he gonna plug Cameron. He said, Cameron, you got some sexy ass legs. And he just wanna plug his ass. He been waiting to do that. And he said that he gonna plug Mace and Shine, and he gonna get his homeboys to take turns making their fucking bottom. He said that shit. Yeah. And then you know, Brandy came out and said, I don't cannot condone what my brother Ray J is doing. I didn't ask him to step up to the plate to defend me, but she said, I do have a memoir coming out, and she said she don't respect Sean for coming out here talking about they were more than friends. She said, we were only friends, nigga. Don't ever get it twisted. She said, I don't understand how y'all can twist this shit and just laugh about it. She said, we were only friends, and she was not two-timing nobody, okay? And what do y'all think? I don't know. Sean, when you hear that interview, it does seem like he was honest about it. I do believe Sean, Brandy do have a reputation of lying when it comes to relationship and marriages and shit like that. And she always picked the wrong man. I don't know what's the fuck is wrong with a lot of you women out here. Why do y'all always pick the wrong fucking man? What's wrong? Okay, I can see it a mile away. This shit ain't gonna work. But have what you like, honey. But that's all I got for y'all right now. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Mwah. Yeah, baby.